600 years ago on the Gentleman Giraffe channel.
And from now on, I promise, but not like a campaign promise, a real one, that I will give you at least one new video a month.
Unsubstantiated fantasy! Lies! Lies! Lies!
Hello! Welcome back to the obscure and pointless Gentleman Giraffe YouTube channel, wasting bandwidth and your time since 2022. It's time for the video about my ass! Today we're going to talk about my guts and why they have betrayed me. Way back in October of 2024, before America finally jumped the shark forever and Justin Trudeau rage quit Canada, I was about to enjoy a big Thanksgiving dinner. I had mild indigestion the day before Turkey Day, which was rare for me, but I thought nothing of it. Foreshadowing. On Thanksgiving Day 2024, on what I now call my body's 9/11, I ate a big meal and then had the most horrible screaming pain I have ever experienced in my entire life. Here's a dramatization. Boy, I sure enjoyed this delicious turkey. Ah! My intestines! Oh, God! The next day, I went to work like an idiot, and I thought I was having a heart attack. Yes, random chest pains, sweat, shortness of breath, you know, heart attack symptoms. I felt like my fat giraffe ass was about to drop dead at any second, so I left work early and went to the hospital. Now, understand that I have to be basically half fucking dead for me to actually leave work or take a sick day, so it was that bad. When I got to the hospital, I spent the next 10.5 hours waiting for a bed in emergency, with my guts and chestal area bubbling and churning like a really dumb xenomorph baby was trying to escape.
Oh no, not again.
When I finally saw a doctor, he noted I was, in fact, obese, which really helped the situation. And then when he returned 40 minutes later, they drugged me so I'd stop moaning and writhing on the bed, which presumably they needed for somebody who was actually injured. And then he sent me for x-rays, and they took out some of my blood, and then the doc did a bedside ultrasound himself where he told me he didn't think I was dying of cancer. Oh, good. And my ass was clogged, which of course was very reassuring to me. He also told me he couldn't find anything obvious and to go home and then follow up with my family doctor. After he touched my no-no zone by pressing down on it really hard and asked me if it hurt. Only when you stick your fingertips into my pelvis really, really hard, Doc. Yes, Canada's free healthcare is truly something to admire. 12 hours well spent. I began taking acid reduction pills to reduce stomach acid, and that helped for a bit. So I thought maybe it was just bad indigestion, or I was experiencing freak turkey poisoning, or something that would just pass. You know what didn't pass? My bowels. Yes, I was constipated for a solid week, which, while somewhat unusual, seemed to point to there being something else wrong with me. Here's a recreation for your amusement. So now I had intermittent, unceasing stomach pain and a clogged ass. Merry Christmas! Normally my ass isn't clogged, so that was certainly new and exciting. A variety of ass uncloggers were tried, but it was Dulcolax and prayers to the giraffe goddess that eventually helped me. And when I finally unclogged the sewer man, it was epic. You know those videos of backed up sewer pipes exploding? Like that, only out my ass. At the same time, I think I caught COVID or something else, and I wound up getting near pneumonia. Had water on my lungs for like a week or two without knowing it, and I couldn't stop coughing. I did not know it was this bad because it was impossible to get an appointment to see my doctor. You know what's worse than the clogged ass and screaming stomach pain? Coughing so hard your fucking throat bleeds with a clogged ass and stomach pain. Fuck, at least TB kills you.
Oh, heavens me, I have the consumption.
Anyway, so my family doctor was of no use whatsoever, sent me for a test. Not tests, one test, and then called me in to give me the results. I didn't have the cancer, which I already knew.
That's good.
But medical science didn't know what was wrong with me.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yes, my family doctor said to our faces he didn't have all the answers as a medical doctor, and I was fat and to lose weight. Now, recurring theme, you'll notice, but before my screaming stomach agony, I was actually on a diet and losing weight because I knew I was fat and had been losing weight. This doctor knew this because he's the one who sent me to the dietitian to lose weight because I asked for help and motivation to lose weight. Upon explaining that the pain I was in had made me somewhat sedentary in my off-work hours, what with the terrible, constantly burning, screaming pain, he sort of just looked at me and asked if I wanted another dietitian appointment. Healthcare! So, my stomach was okay with the pills, then it wasn't, then it was, and I was eating Tylenol and naproxen like candy. Oh, guess what? Naproxen causes more stomach acid, which I didn't know! So I was negating my stupid acid pills for like 2 months while we tried to find a new healthcare practitioner because mine literally wouldn't fucking help me at all! Healthcare! Oh, during all of this, one of Badger's kidneys stopped working randomly, and she spent 48 hours in hospital looking like she was dying right in front of me. Couldn't pee, and it turned out she had kidney stones blocking her pee hole. Here's a recreation.
Boy, I sure am having a super duper awesome amazing time in life. Oh God, it's just my back pain. I'm gonna make it. Wait, what? It's my kidney. Don't take my kidney.
Anyway, so then Badger had to go to Red Deer, and there was no ambulance to drive her there, so I had to drive her there myself after a snowstorm or risk missing the urologist to laser the fuck out of the kidney stones that were blocking her pee hole because Camrose has no urologist! Healthcare! Now, we're about the 3-month mark of me being in random unceasing ass-clenching pain, and finally we get taken on by a nurse practitioner who opened up a private clinic in Camrose because our system is so desperately overwhelmed that our RN needs to open a public clinic because there's no access to basic health care in my city! This is all true, BT dubs. This is the great free healthcare that Canada has, and it's like this fucking everywhere right now. I shake my head every time somebody brags about it. It ain't worth bragging about, Canucks. It's fucking broken. Try using it for something beyond, I need stitches, and you're in for a world of year-long waiting lists and competent or apathetic doctors and overworked and exhausted basic services backed up with struggling staff who cannot get relief. Anyway, my new lovely RN lady actually, get this, sent me for tests. And this led to my shit cups. Yes, shit cups. I was issued 4 shit cups from the lab and told I needed to shit and then scoop my shit into those cups because they had to check my shit. Now, it's very important that you know that my shit couldn't touch the shit water in the toilet or else it would contaminate the test. So I had to scoop raw shit in. Anyway, you get the picture. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for the RN actually doing something, but I have a thing about collecting my own goddamn fecal matter with a tongue depressor. As in, gross.
This is super serious, and I did not laugh at all. But he wore a full N95 respirator, gloves, and an apron to collect his poop. He's still gagged and crying the entire time. You know, I didn't fucking birth 3 children and have to deal with baby blowouts, but you know.
Yes, the shit cup incident was actually traumatizing to me. You ever had to scoop your own bowel waste into a shit cup and you're a germaphobe? But, and then it came back negative. So next we checked for ulcers. I had to drink metal, which was really hardcore, and get an x-ray and turn around on a table. I also had to book an ass camera to check my ass and an endo shove the fucking camera down your throat scopy, which I just had done. To be concluded at the end of this video, I'll tell you all the ass camera details. In the meantime, guess what it was? Yes, that's right, we finally got a diagnosis. We found out what's wrong with my stomach. Ready? It's a twist ending. It's not ulcers, an infection, IBS, or even just some stuck turkey that was in there, you know, just kind of stewing. Nope. I have a hernia. Yes, a sliding hiatal hernia to be exact. My esophagus is currently jumping up and down under my ruined chest tissue, and that's why my stomach hurts, because it's being tugged around like fucking Stretch Armstrong. Know why? A lifetime of manual labor and heavy lifting has destroyed my body. So remember, kids, stay in school. I'm probably gonna have to get my chest cut open years from now, and they're gonna have to go in there, reef around in my guts, and put shit back where it belongs, and I don't know, like zip tie my goddamn stomach back or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that's why I haven't been making videos like I promised. Okay, so ass camera time comes, and as any sensible male approaching 40 does, I was terrified of the ass camera. What will it be like? Will I feel being violated? Will I like it secretly? Anyway, the punchline to this story is that after days of shitting myself in preparation, being awake 28 hours straight shitting myself because you have to take this fun stuff that literally forces you to completely void your bowels by flooding them out like fucking Drano, and all the built-up months and my personal stress and trying to juggle all this around work and stuff, the ass camera was actually the easiest part. So was Throaty McGag Cam. It was over in like 40 minutes. I have nothing to report. Ketamine rules! And no, they didn't use the same damn camera. Anyway, that's all done now and I'm doing much better. Here's a colonoscopy song, Badger, made with AI. That was the whole point of this.
Everybody put your hands up. Steve had a colonoscopy, and he's proud of it. Steve had a colonoscopy, and he's proud of it. Steve had a colonoscopy. They put a camera in his bum, 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 bum. They put a camera in his bum, 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 bum. Huh.
Hooray! You finished the video. Good for you. If you want to see more of my stupid bullshit, like the video and leave a comment so more people see this crap, and subscribe to the channel. If, for whatever misguided reason you would like to give me actual money, here's my Buy Me a Coffee link. If you do that, I won't have to sell drugs at 3 a.m. outside the Alice. Drugs! Get your drugs here! I mean, I don't sell drugs at 3 a.m. outside the Alice. Anyway, thanks for watching, I guess. Bye!